And here's yet another example of a show going down the drain because it decided it wanted to lecture its viewers. It's like there's some kind of trend that happens that they just always seem to ignore. It's like, were the signs? They just were never there. Anyway, before we get started, make sure you're still subscribed, by the way. Check the subscription. Make sure you still got it hit. YouTube's doing this weird thing again. I'm getting told every day that people were unsubscribed. Some people didn't even check. They're like, wow, you were right. So just take a second and look. Odds are you're probably not unsubscribed, but there's a few people that have been. So let's talk about Watchmen. So Watchmen has lost 200 viewers amid its controversy. If you're not sure what's going on here, well, Watchmen, the HBO special Watchmen, I want to be clear, this has nothing to do with the comic. It's a very strange way they're doing this show, by the way, because they're not, it's like a sequel to a TV show that never existed. Because it's a hand quotations sequel to the Watchmen comic book graphic novel that's been out for a long time. It's regarded as a masterpiece among comic books. You should definitely check it out if you've never seen it. Really funny thing, the creator of the book, Alan Moore, the guy who wrote it, has distanced himself from this show, wants nothing to do with it. I don't even think they attach his name to it. And that's for a good reason. That's because the show's a pile of trash. So they have decided we are going to make a sequel to the graphic novel, and we are going to make it about justice and fighting those crazy old whites. They'll get taking them out, because they're trash and they gotta go. It's basically a show for what the Puritans would call a time of Trump. All right, so I just want to go through this part here because I actually do a good job of summing up some of the stuff. So following the controversial first episode, 200,000 people have bailed on HBO's Watchmen with Sunday's second episode. The first one is reported to have had 1.5 million viewers across all HBO platforms. This is down significantly from HBO's Game of Thrones on Sundays, with the second episode having only 1.3 million viewers. The line viewership saw a decrease as well, but it remains to be seen if the numbers will continue to fall or if they will stabilize. And that's a good point. The show could stabilize. That's an absolute fact. It's completely possible that it could. Though, given the trend of getteth woketh, goeth broketh, I would say that it's probably going to keep declining. This is usually what happens with shows like this. They don't seem to care about making money, though. They'll probably give it another season. Shows like this seem important to the Hollywood progressives, making sure that their message gets out there before the money. So, why are people so upset about this? Well, a lot of fans are upset because the show is race-baiting characters, and they made Rorschach to be a white man who hates him. He hates him, pale size. Pretty predictable plot. This is something you see in a lot of these stupid shows. And you can see this over in the Rotten Tomatoes score. Of course, the critics love it. It's the greatest show on earth, of course. I really think that when you see a fresh 98% of critics versus a 43% score for audiences, you kind of have an idea of how bad the show really is. I guess over on IMDb, it's similar with the show having a 1-star rating with nearly over 1,800 fans having voted. Now, I'm going to go over some of these reviews that they've pulled in a second, but I want to go over to Data Racer's Twitter post and show you guys some stuff. So let's go to Data Racer 117's Twitter post here. Does great work, Data Racer 117. Follow him over on Twitter. Really love this guy's Twitter account because he puts in a lot of work on these really informative collages with Twitter posts, article posts, stuff like that. It's a very helpful account, and I think that there's something you can find there to enjoy. He does really good work, so go follow him. I want to show you guys how the media shills for this show. This is what you typically always see with shows like this. You'll see these articles pop up. I'm just going to go over the headlines of them. First off, here's a picture of that beautiful Rotten Tomatoes score. 98% fresh, yeah, right. Versus 2,000 something people that hate the show, letting it sit there at 43%. I wonder who's right. Is it those people walking around in Silicon Valley with poop on their boots? Considering human feces is all over most Californian cities. Because they don't want to clean up the poop because then it would be considered hateful. So here's some of the articles that come out shilling for this show. Tell me if this sounds like a show you want to watch. HBO's Watchmen tells stories about America's racist past and America's racist present. Regina King on fighting white supremacists in Watchmen. My community is living this story. Esquire says the right-wing troll backlash against HBO's Watchmen is hilariously stupid. Obviously, these people never understood the original source material. What Watchmen gets right that Joker got wrong. HBO's Watchmen is getting a right-wing backlash, and it's as stupid as you might imagine. So I found the one post funny. I don't understand why there's backlash against the show. Clearly, these people are bigots of the worst kind. Then you go to Twitter. This Data Racer shows here. We can look at the kind of posts here. Here's some fans of the Watchmen show, people that like it, part of that strong million viewership right now. White people are evil. 2 minutes in, and we getting right to how evil white people have been. Watchmen is fire. See, in the first 8 minutes of Watchmen has been putting the same hate back in my heart for white people that I had while working on the Tulsa Riots project in college. And then my personal favorite, the best part about Watchmen is watching crappy white people get beat up regularly. Huh. Well, I wonder why people might not like this show, don't you? It's a mystery to me. So you saw those tweets, right? I mean, you could screenshot them and take a look at them yourself. And then you go over to the other part of Twitter, and you see how people are upset. And guess what? You're apparently the racist now for not liking it. You saw people are screaming. I love seeing those nasty whites get beat up. Those terrible, terrible pieces of crap. And then, as we've all pointed out, if you are not okay with being called a piece of crap and being okay with yourself getting beat up all the time, well then you're anti-woke, aka racist, for not liking Watchmen. Or a lot of racist nerds are going to freak the F out over HBO's Watchmen tonight. Racists are very angry about the new Watchmen series. All the racists crapping on Watchmen. DC, you're doing an amazing job, sweetie. Racist white boys love Rorschach. Big mad hashtag Watchmen. Boy, oh boy. I wonder, who are the real racists here? I wonder. So, you're going to continue to see this happen, which I find funny. But, I really do believe that people are starting to wake up to this. I saw even Obama put a video out today. I almost thought about doing a video on that where he was talking about how, hey, maybe throwing stones on Twitter isn't the best way to make yourself, look like some kind of champion. Thought that was a little too late, but good to see nonetheless. So, Watchmen, this will be a fun show to watch viewership on. We'll see how this show ends up doing. But those tweets by Data Racer really, really helped nail some points home. So check his Twitter handle out, Data Racer 117. Watchmen continues to sink. Speaking, by the way, of sinking ships, Kotaku's not doing too well. I just want to throw some salt at them right here. So you got a lot of tweets here, people upset. It looks like Kotaku, a very, very trash gaming website that attacks gamers every day, isn't doing well. Isn't doing that good. I wonder why. You got a lot of the journalists coming out saying, I don't know what's going to happen next, but to everyone who has read and supported our work at Kotaku over the years, thank you. A couple of them banned me, by the way, because I was going on their posts and posting, na 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 na, hey, 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 goodbye. Not the song, the crowd that chants it. I was, if you go to a sports game, when someone gets ejected or beaten really bad, the crowd will sing that chorus. So I was posting that. Was it Heather Alexandria banned me for sure? I think I got banned from another guy too. I forget what his handle was. But anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you think about Kotaku for fun. Are you going to miss that website? I sure as heck won't. I'll miss the content. But I would rather lose content from Kotaku than them stay around. So, it works out. Anyway, let me know anything about Watchmen. What are you thinking about that dumpster fire? Are you currently watching it? Give me your thoughts, even if you like it. And that's pretty much it. Like, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. Share the video. Throw a like on it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.